Wait a minute, this isn't Anaheim. Good morning, everybody. From EPCOT, we're back at Walt Disney World. At home in Southern California, it was sunny but freezing. Here in Florida, it is cloudy and warm, and behold, the glorious vision that is Spaceship Earth. Now, normally I like to start my Walt Disney World trips by visiting the Magic Kingdom, the classic, that standard iconic symbol of Disney World. But today is a very special day here at EPCOT because, as you can see, the 2025 Festival of the Arts is going on right now, and today a very special artist will be doing a signing that I want to see, which just so happens to perfectly line up with our first day here in Orlando. And since EPCOT is, after all, one of my favorite places in the world, well, why not go with the flow? We're kicking things off at Walt Disney World. And look at this, I'm not alone. Allie is here, released from the hospital, released from the doctors. They did some scopes and tests and blood work at home and said that she's now A-okay, and what better way to celebrate than coming with me to Disney World. It's only about 10:30 in the morning here, so EPCOT just opened up about an hour and a half or so ago. And as I think you'll be able to see in just a moment, it is already quite busy. Look at that line for Spaceship Earth over there. It's always busier in the mornings over here because everybody wants to do the most iconic attraction first. We'll wait till that line calms down a little bit towards the afternoon. And since I don't have any pin trading to do, my main thing right now is I just want to get in. I just want to get deeper in. It doesn't feel real yet. Our first of hopefully many Walt Disney World visits in 2025. It's so weird now that all these walkways on the right-hand side of Spaceship Earth are open now. They're all completed. And it's so strange coming here with like a 2015 EPCOT in my brain and then remembering, no, they replaced the whole center area here with this new forest. And I thought since it was the morning, there was going to be a long line for what I think is the best part, hands down, of the changes here at EPCOT. This right here, the Walt the Dreamer statue. Look at him over there, looking out over EPCOT. Not exactly the way he planned it, not the way he had an EPCOT in mind, but still, EPCOT exists nonetheless, and it never would have if it wasn't for this guy. It's amazing. There were literally only two groups in this line in front of us, and now it's just us. It's just our turn. Look at that beautiful statue. Good morning, Walt. Nice to see you. That was awesome. Hopefully that photo, the fun pic we just took with Walt, went to my account because we have not actually activated our annual passes so far this year, and we came in on a different ticket, as a matter of fact. But either way, what a fun way to start the day with Walt. This whole new Central Plaza is so weird. I forgot just how loud all the music is. All the lights down here. And speaking of loud music, I can hear a bunch of loud music coming from this direction where the new CommuniCore Hall, this whole new building over here, is finally opened up. It was not open the last time we were here about a year ago. And this is cool. So this is where they stashed the Mickey and Friends meet and greet. That's pretty awesome. What I'm looking for, I gotta make sure I know where this is this, what's right behind it, CommuniCore Hall itself. Because this, supposedly, is where we need to come later to see a certain artist signing for the Festival of the Arts. All right, so now that I've established, I always do that thing. Maybe it's a dad thing. Like you go and okay, that's where we're going later. Now we can go do it. Never mind. Anyway, now that I've firmly established where I'm going later, I can investigate this loud music over here. Ah, they're doing a little song and dance over here. Check it out. Putting on a little dancing performance, a little sing-along action. Dude, this is so weird. None of this was here a year ago. It was all surrounded by construction walls. So if you had plopped me down here from outer space, I would have no idea where I was at. It's so cool coming to a place you're so familiar with and then seeing this whole new area that you're like, whoa. It's like going on vacation and coming back and having somebody rearrange all the furniture in your house. You're like, oh, this is familiar but weird. Oh, I can already see our first Festival of the Arts booths. Looks like they have another stage set up over here. Look at that. It's glorious, beautiful color. Wish the sun was out. And that is so strange. There's Imagineering back there, the home of Figment. I'm so disoriented, so excited, so enthused about what's new, what's old. This is so cool. Oh, getting our first peek at some of the new art. I don't want to get too distracted by the art right away from the beginning, but I just see some really, oh, that's kind of sad. Cute, beautiful, but sad. I have a Rob Kaz painting in my in my bathroom. It's a Muppet painting. It's Fozzie and Kermit from the Muppet movie in the Studebaker, moving right along. Whoa, that is so good. We were just at Walt's barn. We just filmed an episode at Walt's original train barn, and then look at that. It's freaking Uncle Scrooge. I love that my generation is getting to the age where they're making more and more stuff for us. Ooh, it looks like we spotted our first artist signing over here. I don't know who that is. She's signing away, and I couldn't help but notice this beautiful piece of artwork right here. That might be one of the best Figment paintings I've ever seen. And look at Donald's jealous. He's like, oh, come on. Oh no, Allie's already found some Pinocchio stuff. Allie loves Pinocchio, and I love Uncle Scrooge. Come on, Carl Barks, Don Rosa. Oh my gosh, all right, too much too soon. Too much too soon peeking at all the artwork. First things first, we ought to feed Allie. Gotta get her some grub. We didn't have breakfast this morning. We skipped, so it's lunchtime. And Disney World is just about my favorite place on earth, not just because of all the fantastic rides and the theming and the creativity and all the artistry that went into creating this place, maintaining this place, and staffing this place. But also because it's one of the few places on earth that I can safely and confidently eat at multiple dine-out locations with celiac disease. Pardon us while I fill up the tank real quick. Cruising right over here to Connections Cafe. Hot dang, I'm so excited to be back at EPCOT. I can't wait to look at all the new merch that I've missed. I can't wait to eat everywhere, get on all my favorite rides. I have a whole bunch of interesting plans for Walt Disney World this year. But my agenda this trip is just to have as much fun with you guys as possible, to keep it loose, to keep it random so we can change on a dime, go do whatever we want. It's gonna be glorious. All right, excuse me, I'm gonna eat and I'll be right back. Oh, look at this, it isn't crowded at all. I love this new space over here. It took me a while to get used to it, but I love it now. Oh, and that is glorious. It is like almost noon and no one is in line. I'm excited because they finally have Coke Zero over here. I've been on the zero sugar thing for like a year. Allie's excited because this gets to be a cheat day for her. She gets to have some delicious chicken strips and fries and things like that. She's been eating super healthy ever since her recent hospital visits. We're just excited in general. Sorry, I'm annoying you with my excitement. Okay, I couldn't help but notice this, right? Imagination Lemonade, a new Festival of the Arts drink. Lemonade topped with butterfly, PT, and lavender. And you can add vodka to it, but that's all fine. PT? I know it's PEA. I don't think I would call a product PT. Hey, you want to get some delicious PT? They got PT. All right, this won't take but a moment. All right, well, we are fed and watered. Oh, look at that monorail coming by. Ah, I'm so overstimulated, man. So overstimulated. It's been almost a year since I was here. Before the pandemic, I used to come to Disney World, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a year. The last couple of years, I've had these long gaps between trips. So then the first day I get here, I get so overexcited. And look at this test track over here, all under construction, with, of course, the Chevy sponsorship, the corporate sponsorship, right out front on display. They're still getting their money's worth. But look at that, they're reimagining Test Track. That is gonna be so exciting, seeing a new version of that. I never got to see the old World of Motion, I wish I did. And I'm excited that the new version of Test Track is supposedly going to be influenced by the old version. Also, look at this freaking Corvette right there. They look like Batmobiles or something, right? Crazy. All right, well, that ate up quite a bit of time. Pun very much intended. And it's almost time for that signing I was talking about. But first, of course, it's Festival of the Arts. I've got to walk down and see its mascot, the little rainbow Figment. Look at that fun pick opportunity over there. Oh, I love this one over here. Mary Poppins and the little penguin waiters. Where you get to be Mary Poppins. You get to pop right into a picture on the ground. And speaking of chalk pictures on the ground, look at these. Last year, I couldn't check out any of the chalk pictures because the day I was here and had planned on doing that, it had rained. Ooh, I like this over here. I didn't even notice this at first. Look at this chalk art sign, and it's covered with chalk art. There's the Mona Lisa. Look at Starry Night down there. Beautiful. Wow, look at that. Oh, look at that, Donald Duck. Okay, I like that. That is so cool. Look at this, the chalk art. Very popular choice today. Look at it, says, look for the hidden Mickeys. I can see at least one up on the top. Oh, Allie spotted another one. Oh, and another one. They're everywhere. Oh, wow, some great Disney character artwork, but I really like this. Look at this. Van Gogh with hidden Mickeys. I love that. And then Orange Bird. Everyone's stoked for an Orange Bird. Deadpool with the pearl earring. Mando. Spider-Man. And then down here at the end of it all, this is what I felt like I had to see before I could do anything else at Festival of the Arts. You gotta come and see Rainbow Figment over here. The master of ceremonies. Gotta touch base with old Figgy. I don't think anyone's ever called him Figgy. I've never said that before in my life. Right here on the edge of the World Showcase, where we will be going very soon. You know, as a kid growing up by Disneyland, I never got to go to Disney World, but I would watch all like Full House goes to Disney World, obviously the Muppets at Disney World, and I think my favorite thing is like, what are all those countries? That's so cool. It's the World Showcase at EPCOT back here. Mexico, Canada, Morocco, Japan, America. And still to this day, when I come to Disney World, no matter how many times I've come here, no matter how much time I spend here on any given trip, I get pumped up on traveling around the World Showcase. All right, and now it's time to do what we specifically came to EPCOT on the first day to do, which is to head back over there towards that new CommuniCore Hall and see this incredible artist who is appearing here. And I believe this is his final day. And this is something awesome, something incredible that I didn't see advertised that much. We're not just about to go see any Disney artist doing a signing, and all these Disney artists are incredible and amazing. We are going to go see the creator of Figment, the inventor of Big Thunder Mountain, because Disney Fine Art has brought out none other than Tony Baxter, the legendary Imagineer who just did all those things that I said and so much more. He's right back there. And there he is. There's Tony Baxter. We just got our hugs and said our hellos over there. And now he is meeting and greeting his public. There's Michael back there. He works with all the Disney fine artists creating some of the prints. And Tony's got some amazing stuff right here. Look at this incredible painting that Tony Baxter has got out at the Fine Arts Festival. I mean, how incredible is that? I mean, coming from the hands of the guy who helped to build New Fantasyland at Disneyland, and then, of course, basically did most of Disneyland Paris, this is an amazing piece. I think I gotta go with this one, even though I love the bird lady right there on the steps of St. Paul's. This has got to come home with me, I think. I don't know how it all works. There's an app, there's a system here. Allie's having a chat with Tony's sister, so I'm gonna try and figure this out. Try and figure out how to get this art and then get in line. But how incredible is it? Look at that. There's Journey into Imagination over there, 2.0. And then here you have the creator of Figment right there, Tony Baxter. That is so stinking cool. And yes, we've met Tony before and had some fun chats with him. Not in camera, just in real life. But that's, you know, Tony Baxter, the guy. Right now, I get to see Tony Baxter, the legendary Disney Imagineer and creator, meeting his public. How cool is that? I feel like if this were better known beforehand, there would be 10 times that line out there. This is so awesome. This is actually day 2 of Tony's signing, so I'm sure there was a much longer line yesterday, and apparently they sold out of the big versions of this. Look at the huge one up there, like the framed big one. So we're just getting to get the little guy on canvas, and to get in line and get that bad boy signed. I'm just hoping and praying they can ship it home. Otherwise, we're gonna be walking around EPCOT all day with a Tony Baxter. I don't normally buy a lot of art, mostly for budgetary reasons, not because I don't appreciate art, but when it comes to the creator of my favorite Disney park of all time, some of my favorite attractions and characters, come on, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We've got to do it. All right, we purchased our art. I feel very fancy and cultured. And now, we're getting into the line. We're getting the full experience today. Okay, I was confused because buying the art was so easy, and they were like, app? What are you talking about? It was this they were talking about. There's a virtual queue here. So you come up, you sign up for the queue, and then you come back. That's why the line is so short. See, I was so confused. Like, how could the line be so short for Tony Baxter? Now it's all making sense. I was totally baffled why the line was so short before, because I was like, dude, that line would be going all the way to Imagination, or should be. And apparently it would be if it wasn't for a virtual queue. Disney and the virtual queues, man. You never know when they're gonna pop up. It's all wrapped up. Okay, well, this is awesome. See, Tony rarely ever does this. This is like a very rare occasion. So we had to do this. Hopefully he'll keep doing this. Hopefully he'll do more and more signings, because there's tons of people that keep coming by. Like, everybody wants to get a little Tony Baxter action going on. Mr. Baxter!
Oh my God, my God.
Nice to see you again.
I bored him with like 2 hours of behind the scenes Disney.
Oh, you could never bore me. We had to come get this because you never do the signings, and we were just talking to your sister and saying,
he's the one that kicked me.
Michael, you're doing God's work over here.
We had to bring the magic to the masses.
And look at the line. It keeps growing and growing.
But you have to do the app.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, why isn't it even longer? Yeah, unless you know somebody.
Yes, of
This is so cool.
And I think I've learned a way I can do this. So we'll try it out.
Do you want the back dedicated?
Yeah, sure. Anything.
We'll do that first so this stays.
I've got a new idea.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this one first.
I see.
Then we're gonna move it off the side of the table.
Okay, got it.
He's got a system now.
Well, I don't like to make. Okay.
4th day's a charm.
Yeah. And happy birthday, by the way. I can't believe we missed
you're
it
too late.
by 24 hours.
Yep.
Like that.
Yeah, happy belated.
Okay.
Happy slightly belated birthday.
What do you want on it?
Oh, just we'd put Justin and Allie, I guess.
Justin.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks,
it.
Michael.
Appreciate it.
Sorry to interrupt the whole line over here.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you, guys.
Look, you guys make it fun to talk to people.
Well, I hope that you do more of these because everybody's very
will.
excited about
Gotta
this.
find some more art.
Yeah.
We have some ideas.
Well, this is fantastic. I saw that and I went, I love this. I must have this.
I got some, yeah.
No, what's that?
The book.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that one was so good too. Oh, thank you, Tony. All right.
10 of them. If you buy 10 of them, you get 10 of them. You can paste them together and make that.
Well, happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye. All right, there you go. We had our meet and greet with Tony Baxter and sort of accidentally jumped ahead in line farther than we were supposed to, but Tony and company insisted. And the cool thing is, even after you buy it, you go through the line, you get your thing signed, they'll ship it home. I was nervous. I didn't want to carry around a rare Baxter all day, you know, a signed Baxter. So thank God they could ship it back to Anaheim for me. There you go. How sick is that? Got the creator of Big Thunder Mountain, Figment, Disneyland Paris. Geez, what else? New Fantasyland, Star Tours, Indiana Jones. Crazy. All right, and so what do you do after you get Tony Baxter to sign your artwork? At EPCOT, there's only one clear choice. You use your imagination. Because of course, Tony Baxter was hands-on creating the original journey into imagination. And although that far superior version of the ride may be gone now, Figment still lives on at EPCOT, the Figment of Imagination. I really wish I could have ridden the original ride. I never got to do it. It looked like a sort of awesome H.G. Wells, Jules Verne, just sort of travel into your imagination with the Dream Finder and Figment. You know, people always say they didn't bring the Dream Finder back as a character. They used to be out here with Figment and kind of do meet and greets and stuff too, actually. They had a live action Dream Finder out here. And people used to say, well, that original ride was sponsored by Kodak, which is why you see Figment with a yellow and red shirt in there. And oh, Kodak must own the Dream Finder. That's why the Dream Finder's not here. But I don't know why that makes sense if Kodak also would have had something to do with Figment. Why do they have Figment and not the Dream? Anyway, it's irrelevant. I don't have the perfect camera for this ride, but we're going in anyways. I love me some Figment. Hello. I'm gonna tap-a-roo. Got my Figment lightning lane. If you're gonna get a lightning lane for anything, it's gotta be for Figment, right? Actually, look at this line in here. I don't know if it's just because Tony Baxter's here or what, but look at all the people in line for Figment. That's so great, dude. Oh, I miss Robin Williams. Miss seeing that fella on my TV screen. And there's Figment flying around up there on those signs. Oh, and I forgot all about the meet and greet. Figment is at the end of the ride meeting and greeting. How did I forget about the meet and greet? Too bad we can't get Tony in the Figment meet and greet with us. How great would that be? Oh look, there's the window over to his meet and greet area. I can't see him, he's blocked off by those screens. I was just about to say, why is it so dark in here? Yeah. Oh my gosh, we are going into the Imagination Institute. So exciting. All right, here we go. We're going in. Hey, Allie, we have to hold hands, okay? No dancing. We absolutely cannot dance on this ride. Yes. Figment.
On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie coochie coo, and taste. Taste my chicken. Can I go, please, please, please?
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour. This is one. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this?
It's Figment.
There he is!
Figment? I thought
In
I
his
saw you not to
Kodak
interfere.
colors.
You got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here. For every sound, your ears are hearing 1,000 thoughts can start appearing. With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. One spark of light.
Oh, I forgot, no dance. Love this butterfly. I love that they use this trick at Disneyland with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Magic! Oh, yes! It's the part of the ride that smells like my neighbor's backyard whenever they're out there doing something weird.
This is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination. So
That's
let
true.
the good times roll. Woohoo! You win 1 cent.
Uh-oh. Ah! Smells like Anaheim!
But after that big stink in the smell lab, I hesitate to send you into the touch and taste labs. Perhaps I should end my open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Right this way, everybody.
Figment, what is going on? You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
It's my favorite part, that little dance.
Just a spark.
The little Figment dance. And then, of course, straight in to Figment's house. I love it. Figment's open house.
Now here's a real open house. Come on in.
This is the only version of Figment that I've ever experienced, sadly in some ways, and yet I love it. Something about those zany antics, something about prioritizing imagination, and something about a little purple imaginary dragon-looking Figment. It's just incredible. Oh, and of course, speaking of incredible, it's the grand finale. Because that's the thing. What's better than one Figment? All the
You
Figments.
see, imagination is a blast.
Yes! All the Figments imagination. Look at all of those Figments. I'm glad that he's got a friend in the dock over here. But of course, I hope one day Figment finds the Dream Finder again. Although if that ever happens, I hope they keep this creepy moon. I love you, Eric Idle. All right, I was just about to say that our Figment journey was over, and then I remembered again. No, it's not. Because nowadays, when you exit the ride, over in the Imageworks, they have a live-action Figment meet and greet. He's not out here at the moment, unfortunately, but he comes out of the Dreamport right over there, comes from the world of imagination and becomes flesh and purple, I'm assuming, blood. Just want to wait here all day. Come on, Figment. Okay, Allie, who is intellectually superior to me, actually checked the app. He's coming out in about 30 minutes, so I don't think we'll wait here that entire time, but we will come back. So I want to see Figment. But hey, in the meantime, there's a whole arts festival out there. Let's go see some art. And if we manage to come back later and see Figment, it'll be the best day ever. Man, Figment said it best. Imagination is a blast. And that's what I love about the Festival of the Arts, because there's so much imagination on display. In fact, just back there where we saw Tony Baxter, there's some other incredible art created by another incredibly talented friend of mine, my buddy, Brett Iwin, the official voice of Mickey Mouse, who has been creating this incredible set of national parks prints. They got the fancy ones over here, the very fancy silk screened prints over here, signed by Brett Iwin. They've got some smaller versions. They even have a couple of these prints, the more bargain prints. Brett is like the most incredible painter. Like sometimes he's invited us to parties that he does at his house, and he'll just draw up a invitation that looks like a freaking Hallmark card, and that's because he used to be a Hallmark artist. Brett Iwan, incredibly talented guy. He actually did the cover of my book, and he's like kind of hand restoring an old train. The guy can do it all. And it's perfect that he's over here next to Tony Baxter's art. He's in great company. Two geniuses and two Disney legends right here back to back. Oh, okay, thank you. There it is. And check this out. If you can't make it to the Festival of the Arts, you can buy it at DisneyFineArt.com. Not only will they have Brett Iwan's pieces, you can get yourself a fine art Tony Baxter painting. So there you go. Collector's editions, DisneyFineArt.com. I did it. No one asked me to do it. No one paid me to do it. I'm just doing it because I love Tony and I love Brett. And both of them have created some sick pieces of artwork, dude. For greater context, by the way, it's this festival market booth right here, just sort of in the lee of Spaceship Earth and on your way to World Showcase. If you're heading out to World Showcase from the entrance to the park, it'll be just on your right. And I just found out my buddy Brett Iwan is actually going to be here February 13th through 16th doing the same thing. So just look up Brett Iwan, I-W-A-N, on Instagram. You should be following him anyway. He's the official voice of Mickey Mouse. And he'll be out here signing some sick Mickey Mouse in the National Park's fine art prints. So you might have missed Tony Baxter, but you can still catch Mickey himself. All right, now that I've shouted out all my friends and everybody else I know, can I just say that this is awesome that they have a kids chalk art section. So not only do the other fancy chalk art on the ground, but how cool is it for a kid to get to come over here and get to make squiggles all over the ground? That is so awesome. Dude, I can even see they have little chalk stencils for the kids to use. That's sick. All right, and with that, we're gonna head out into the wider world, into the World Showcase. Let's go. See some art, get Allie her favorite treat, and literally experience the wonderful world of Disney. Oh, check this out, this William Silver's booth right here. I just spotted this out of the corner of my eye. Look at that. That's no Grogu right there. That's the real deal. That's the OG. That is Yoda. It's the kind of thing that makes you wish you had infinite wall space, because there's so many amazing pieces of art out here. All right, I stopped to look at that art for 3 seconds and Allie disappeared. I'm like, where are you? She is already inside of Mexico. She's over here in the Mexico Pavilion. It's funny, I don't know if I said this earlier, but it's freezing and sunny in Southern California when we left. We get to Florida and it's cloudy and like 80 degrees. And of course it's Florida, so it is moist. Oh, I can already feel the air conditioning. Bueno, mucho mejor. See, she's the smart one. She got in here in the AC, dude, in the shade. Allie knows what she's doing. And now, time for a Plaza de los Amigos. Oh no, our first piece of bad news for the day. The Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros is not operating. Dang it, that's a bummer because I just watched the Three Caballeros, like the movie, and Saludos Amigos actually, for the first time since I was like a little kid, maybe on the Disney Channel or heck, I don't know, even maybe on Wonderful World of Disney. First time in a long, long time that I actually watched the film. So I was all stoked to come out here and live the experience and ride this ride again. Three Caballeros is so fun, but I didn't remember Donald being as girl crazy as he is in that film. Like, that's all he cares about. Pretty girls. So funny. Yep, it is. Certainly down. It's always worth checking just in case something came back up. Not only is it down, look at this, they got it covered with bushes. It's hidden from view. Unfortunately, they said it's closed until March, which is right when I'm gonna be leaving here. So if you want a little Three Caballeros boat ride action, you're gonna have to purchase this plush over here and use your imagination. Hey, look at that. Donald finally found some pretty girls. Look at those birds. Hola. Ooh, I see some great pins in here. We're gonna have to do some more pin giveaways sometime during this trip. There's so many good ones at EPCOT. All right, well, I didn't get my Mexico boat ride, but Allie is already out of here, and that is because she knows that our next country, well, right down the road, 2 countries over, is China. And that's where she gets her favorite EPCOT food. Even when they have fancy festival versions of the same thing, she doesn't want it. She wants just the regular one that they always have at China every day of the week, day in, day out. And that is the pot stickers. She loves those pot stickers.
Cuando las mueve el viento llorona, parece que están llorando.
Ah, bro, it's so warm out here. I feel like I'm in Mexico. I mean, it's not that bad, all things considered. It's not like it's summer weather. I feel like we just need to cool down a little bit before we get the pot stickers. If only there was some place we could cool down. I was gonna say perhaps a little Frozen Ever After. That's what I was building up to. But I think it was down earlier for a bit, and so now, as you can see, that's the standby queue. It is going all the way to the other side of the planet, all the way down there to China. And even the what's it called? The lightning lane line is quite tasty. So maybe we'll cool off with some, what's it called? Some pot stickers after all. That is 2 boat rides in a row that I have been denied. That's okay, I'm gonna be out here for about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. I have the feeling there's gonna be plenty of time for boating. Okay, off to China, and this is where it is. Just over here to the left of the Temple of Heaven, which is what the temple in China is called over here. Based on the real life Temple of Heaven, by the way, in Beijing, in China. They got an amazing 360-degree movie playing in there in circle vision. How about that with Li Bai, the Chinese poet? Right over here to the left of it, though, you'll see the Lotus Blossom Cafe. That's what's dead ahead of us. And even though they have the 9 Dragons restaurant, lots of other food like for the festival and stuff, Allie doesn't want chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. It's the pot stickers right here at the little quick service Lotus Blossom Cafe that she loves. I can't tell you the amount of times throughout the year that she's like, I'm so hungry. Like, what do you want? She's like, pot stickers from EPCOT. So we're gonna grab those really quick because happy wife, happy life. Look at that, there they are. I was just saying how you like throughout the year you'll be like, I'm hungry, what do you want? I want pot stickers from EPCOT. Allie's favorite right there. Allie approved. This morning I was so bummed out that it was cloudy because one of my favorite things about Disney World is just how bright and beautiful it looks in that Florida sunshine. And then the sun came out for a little while and started roasting us all alive, and I changed my tune. I'm glad the clouds are coming back, man. Oh my gosh. I mean, granted, the Temple of Heaven is an actual place that was already created, artwork and all, but look how amazing the Disney Imagineers who worked on EPCOT and created the World Showcase. Look how amazing the work they did is, and how thorough and how much detail there is in everything. Like, it's just super spare no expense, you know what I mean? It's so gorgeous in here. Oh, that air conditioning feels like heaven. Look up there. It's a symbol of the Emperor himself, the dragon. It is so nice and perfect acoustics. You stand right here and your voice will echo into eternity. I love the little film about China that they have in here with Li Bai. It's one of my favorite things. But we're not doing that right now. I'm just mostly in here in the lobby, just cooling off in the air conditioning. China. I love those Chinese watercolor paintings. All that negative space. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, like, sometimes it seems like there's a big quality difference between stuff Disney built a long time ago where they spared no expense, and then some of the stuff they do now where sometimes they convert rides or they'll change things in sort of slapdash fashion. And that's not because the quality of the artists or the people that they hire in Imagineering has gone down or anything. That's just budget stuff, you know? So the main thing is rewarding them when they do something incredible and spare no expense to appreciate it and really, you know, show the parks and show the people out there that you enjoy it, because otherwise, how are they going to know if they go, they just like it when we do this or that cheap thing, you know? That's what we're going to get. We'll just get more web slingers, stuff like this. I mean, I don't know if they'd ever do this today. It's fantastic. I mean, look at that. I know this is a very unflattering angle, but still, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. And it's spaces like this, those open air spaces with water features and where you get some greenery that really make it feel like a Disney World, and not just like a parking lot converted into a theme park, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm feeling cooled down now. I'm feeling cool. I got the sunglasses back on. I feel like I'm ready for more EPCOT. I was already thinking this was a good place for a photo, but look at this. This is an even better place. Fun pick! All right, we're gonna keep making our way around the beautiful World Showcase. We made it over here to the little Africa section. Got one of the booths over here, one of the festival booths, and I just noticed this little painting. Like, how cute is Dopey right there? That's adorable. It's funny because in French his name is Simple, which is like simplet. I think that was my nickname in high school among the teachers, simplet. And there's so much great stuff this year, and look, it's like every booth is packed full of people. People are really appreciating the artwork. Oh, here's one we can actually get into. Wow, look at these are fantastic. Oh, wow, there's so many from different Disney parks. This almost looks like it's a story living one. But you've got Magic Kingdom right there. There's the EPCOT. Got It's a Small World from Disneyland. Beautiful Disney Castle. I love this mid-century modern Mickey and Minnie. Look at them dancing. Cutting a rug. Oh my gosh. Look at the cabinets. And the couch and the table. And just everything. I want to live in that house. I want to live in that house right there. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at mid-century modern Mickey. Do you know what this is? There was this weird period in the 1950s into the early 1960s where Disney characters were used in other people's advertising. They did some commercials for American Motors, and they drew Mickey Mouse like this, and apparently Walt Disney absolutely hated it. And ever since then, Disney has been much more protective of Mickey and their brand. Of course, Mickey is now in the public domain, at least the early Steamboat Willie playing crazy versions of Mickey. And so undoubtedly we're going to see some Mickey that Walt would definitely not like very soon, including that Steamboat Willie horror movie. But that's fantastic that somebody's actually gone out of their way to pay tribute to that very stylized mid-century American Motors Mickey. Weird. I think it was a Nash Rambler commercial. I love those little Ramblers. I want to get a Rambler one day. If I got an old car, that would be one of the ones I'd get. Ford Falcon, Nash Rambler, Ford Galaxy. Oh, I was getting carried away for a second and forgetting where I was. I'm here at Walt Disney World. I'm in Germany over here, the home of Snow White. I shouldn't be thinking about vintage American cars. And also the home of where there's original and the pickle. Yeah. I can never pronounce the name of the store. The Caramel Kucha. Something like that. Kucha. Something like that. I can never get it quite right. I can't do the German, but I can pronounce the word pickle, which is my favorite thing over here in EPCOT's Germany pavilion over here in the Christmas corner. They've always got those pickle ornaments. Now they have this pickle ornament and card game. It's like supposed to be this traditional German thing where you put a pickle on your Christmas tree, and whoever finds the pickle gets a prize or something. I can't remember how it all worked, but years and years ago, like 10 years ago, I did a video about 5 weird things at EPCOT or whatever, and I included the pickle tree and the pickle Christmas ornament in it. So it's weird, it's unusual. Then I went to France and met some people from Germany at Disneyland Paris who were like, we've never heard of the pickle thing. We don't do that in Germany. And then I had another friend who went to Germany during Christmas and there were pickles all over the tree, so I don't know who to believe now. What's your angle, Father Christmas? What the heck? Santa Claus, the Book of Secrets. What's he up to? I believe the signs at EPCOT. I think those Germans were lying to me. They didn't want me to know about the pickle so I wouldn't find it first on Christmas and get the extra present. That's what was going on. That's pickle selfishness right there. That's what that is. All right, well, I don't want to blow the whole World Showcase on the first day of our trip, because after all, we are going to have many EPCOT adventures over the next couple of weeks. And so, like Washington crossing the Delaware, I think we're going to cross back over the World Showcase Lagoon and end our Tony Baxter themed day by going to meet Figment, if he's still there. Otherwise, it's going to be one weird ending. All right, we're almost back now. The sun came out. A little roasting heat never hurt anybody, right? Yeah, we're finally going to make good on meeting Figment, I hope, if the line's not too bad. Dude, I definitely do not have my Orlando legs. I didn't have them. I wasn't prepared. I walked literally just over 50 miles in 10 days in Las Vegas in January, and my legs never hurt once as bad as they do now from one day at EPCOT. It's the people dodging. You're like left and right around the strollers. You know how it is. I may have like a permanent pot belly, dude, but my legs are buff from all this walking. All right, enough of my belly aching. Time to leave the world of the body and enter the imagination. All right, we're going in the back way here. Going into Imageworks. They have so much cool Figment merch too that Hallie was looking at when we were going through before. She's like, oh my gosh, I know. Just hang on. I spent all my money on Disney fine art. Well, at least now we're in the air conditioning, and there he is over there in his still Kodak colored, I don't know what you call that, sweater, fleece, turtleneck. It's Figment. All right, we gotta get in this line. Oh my gosh, Figment is so awesome. The question is he even really there? Or am I just using my imagination? weird. It's weird because you saw that picture earlier of Figment with the Dreamfinder in the 80s. He was such a little guy. But now he's all grown up and on his own. Interestingly, though, the Dreamfinder is behind him right there on his little ship, that little, what's it called? Airship, that's the word I was looking for. The Dreamcatcher, I think was its name. I could be getting that wrong. I could be thinking of the things hanging from your rear view mirror, but I'm pretty sure it was called the Dreamcatcher. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That lady has Figment hair and she's about to meet. You know he's gonna be stoked on that. Man, it's so lively in here. Usually it's so dead, but there's so many kids playing on all the activities, so many people in line for Figment. Look at, he just noticed. It's me. He's pumped. Ah, that is amazing. I was so distracted I didn't even realize it's almost our turn. Allie's been using her old school camera right here with the flash. She says it's part of her aesthetic. She likes it. She just likes the way she looks better in those pictures than with an iPhone. I don't blame her. It's nice. So we're gonna see if they'll take our picture with that camera with old Figment here. Uh-oh, we got here just too late. Figment's going away. But don't worry, he's just gonna go check on his house, they said, and he's gonna be right back. In the meantime, there it is. Look at that, the Dreamcatcher right on the wall. See the Dreamfinder sitting there? So he's still here, sort of. In Epcot. Figment's just gonna go wipe out some of that Florida sweat, and he'll be right back. Dude, that was incredible. He was only gone for like less than 5 minutes. Amazing! How did they do that? Figment! It's you! You're the only one we wanted to see. This is the end of our whole adventure today. Just here with Figment. And look, I just noticed the Dreamfinder's back here. The Dreamfinder is here after all, in spirit. That's so cute. And Allie really wanted to see you. We saw Tony Baxter today, and now we're ending it with Figment, the star of the show. My only question is, how do I know you're really here and you're not just a figment of my imagination? You probably heard that one before, I'm sorry. Thanks for humoring me, though. All right, let's get a fun pic and get the heck out of here. Thanks, Figment. Thanks for the fun pics. See you later in my imagination. I never noticed this little screen with all the little old school, very pixelated for some reason, but the old school animated Figments in there. I really wish, since they have Disney Plus, it's like there's so many things I wish they would do an animated show with, right? Like some kind of little animated Figment thing, and just be old school about it, you know? Keep it very old school, very classic. And I know they're done with the new DuckTales series, but I wish they would utilize Uncle Scrooge a little bit more, maybe do some DuckTales features. Like, it's better they canceled that show or ended it than keep it going and ruin it somehow, you know? You know what I'm talking about when they go a little off old school. Actually, he was the best character in the whole new Star Wars. I shouldn't even make that reference. You know what I mean, though, when they take something old school, like, we're gonna totally reimagine. No. Just go old classic Figment. That'd be so cool with the Dreamfinder, maybe. And maybe some cool old Uncle Scrooge stuff based on the comics would be nice. David Tennant was such a great Scrooge. Anyway, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Okay, back to where we're actually at. See this Festival of the Arts. Figment merch over here. They got the Figment lounge flies, some Figment bottles. But we were looking at this over here. Look how cute the Figment onesie is. That's adorable. Now we need a baby so it can wear a Figment onesie. Got a Great Imagination Institute t-shirt over here. And I really like this. I really like these Figment water bottles just because the Figment on it. You look so cool. And Allie wants that Figment bag. I have the feeling you wouldn't wear that though. Like you'd just wear it here. You'd go home and like, no, actually it'd probably be funny to wear that at Disneyland. Like walking around DCA with my Figment bag. Heck yeah. And then of course, best of all, there's the Figment hats, which is more like a Figment head on your head. Double head action. Sweet. All right, gang. Well, this is not your imagination. This is the end of today's adventure. We're still gonna be here for hours and hours because we have some other people to meet up with that actually brought us out here in the first place. But as for today's mission, find Tony Baxter, get some signed artwork, check out a little more Festival of the Arts, and meet Figment. Well, we've done our duty. It's just about time for us to hotel and sleep well. But first, if you're interested in the Tony Baxter art or my friend Brett Iwan's amazing Mickey Mouse artwork, go to that DisneyFineArts.com thing I was talking about earlier. I can't remember. I hope that's the right website. And if you're interested in Brett Iwan's other artwork, namely the cover of my book, you can always go to randomland.com and buy it over there. I won't be home to sign and ship them until March, but you can sort of pre-order them. And I must tell you that we are going to have Tons of fantastic Walt Disney World adventures coming up in the next couple of weeks, including some very rare hotel rooms, some very cool stuff on the way. Also some just completely random see what happens adventures. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so make sure you're still subscribed. You click the bell thing and make sure it says all notifications. That's the thing. You can't just click the bell. You gotta ring it by doing all notifications so you don't miss anything. Allie will stay out here for at least a week with me, and then I'll be out here for a little bit on my own. It's going to be one heck of a time. So until next time, go home and sleep well. Oh, look at it. It's so majestic. Majestic. EPCOT. Ash. How great is this? Grandma and Grandpa are wearing arrow hats. The grandkids are not getting lost today. That is incredible. That is genius, actually. I have in all my years going to Disney parks, I've seen thousands, tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands. I have never seen that. Genius.